Is PowerPoint stealing your influence, your charisma, your money, your sales from your presentations? I think it is. This is Rebuttal Monaco here with InfluenceOlogy, and in this quick video, you're now going to be discussing why you may consider stop using PowerPoint for some specific presentations you do. Now, I want to give a background here. I've been speaking professionally for almost 14 years now, and during my 6 years, the first 6 years, I didn't know how to use PowerPoint. As a matter of fact, if you ask me, hey man, send me your deck, your presentation, say, sorry, I don't have a deck because I don't know how to create a presentation or a keynote presentation. Now, at one point in my career though, I started doing a lot of corporate gigs, and they keep asking me, send me your deck, send me your deck. So I'm like, okay, I gotta send them a presentation before the presentation. Isn't that weird? I thought I was a presentation. So then I learned how to do PowerPoint presentations and start using them. Now, the cool thing is that the last 2 years, pretty much, I stopped using PowerPoint presentation. Now, I still use a little bit doing our 3-day event, but if I'm speaking for an hour, half an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, I do not use PowerPoint anymore. Why, Rebuttal? Because when I don't use PowerPoint, the audience appreciates more and I become more effective. They appreciate more, the audience, and I become more effective. Now, there are 3 quick reasons, actually there's more, but 3 reasons here I think PowerPoint is stealing your influence, your charisma, and your sales away from you. Number 1 is because most of the presenters, they spend way too much time developing the PowerPoint presentation or the keynote, the slides, the pictures, the text, the transitions, and then they don't spend enough time delivering the message. Is that true? How much time during your last talk or the last 10 presentations you spend developing the presentation, contrast or compared to delivering or rehearsing the delivery of your talk? Think about that. For most people, it's insane. I mean, literally, it's insane that they spend all this time developing a presentation, and when it comes to deliver the message, they don't spend enough time. And then by the time the presentation arrives, they're just like this, like robots, right? Machines, like reading a slide, and they're not effective. They don't know why. Why people are not buying from me? Well, because it's not about the slides or the information. It's about how the audience feels about you and your message. And to get that feeling, the power, if you don't rehearse a lot of times, it's impossible, pretty much impossible. Second reason, when they do create the slides, they spend all this time putting a lot of information in slides, text and stats. So now you're presenting, you show a slide, and there's like 5,000 words. Now I'm exaggerating here, but they have 100 words in a slide, and the audience stop paying attention to you, start reading, and now you start reading, and then becomes this terrible experience. Ultimately, when you present, it's about an experience, and it's really hard when you're reading text and the audience reading text, and now they're focused away from you. The slides then back and forth, just not a good thing. Instead of just showing maybe one word or maybe a couple pictures, they cramp the slides with text and numbers, and they don't know why they're not being effective. Okay? So the number 1 reason is that they spend too much time developing presentation, not enough time rehearsing the delivery of the message of the presentation. The second reason, when they do create slides, they put way too much information, and now they feel constrained, obligated to cover everything in the slides. Right? Big mistake. And the third reason is this, is that if you study neuroscience, if you study psychological research, there's a lot of scientists that tells you and me and you that multitasking is not effective. In the beginning, I thought, come on man, I can multitask, but if you read, there's several studies done, is that multitasking, try to do too many things at the same time, is not effective. So what happens, most presenters don't realize that when you use PowerPoint, not only you are multitasking, but the audience is multitasking. For example, you're here, we're talking, and then you look at them, then you get your clicker, then you show the slides, and then you go back, talk to them. Now the audience is listening to you, and they're watching you, they switch, they start reading these slides, look at the slides. So you have this lack of momentum. What happened? The biggest challenge with multitasking, according to research, is that you're super engaged in one activity, then you shift to another activity, but it takes some time, a lag time for you to engage again. Then you switch again, it's like takes a lag time until you build up momentum again. And what I noticed is that most people, presenters, because they are multitasking, they are talking, they're analyzing the audience, they're, which slide am I showing right now, they're reading the slides or whatever, they're multitasking, so they never get this momentum, emotional momentum. And because they don't have it, guess what? The audience doesn't feel as well. That's why. Now, obviously, there's more reasons why I think PowerPoint is taking away from the majority presenters, the influence, charisma, and sales. So, Roberto, what should I do? Here's my recommendation. If you're doing a lot of presentations to sell, to convert, I encourage you for the next 10 presentations, okay? Stop using the slides. You just outline them, your presentations. We use something called presentation structure, not a script. Just structure your message, and then you lock yourself in a room in your office, and you go over at least 7. How many times, Roberto? 7 times. So if I have, Roberto, what if I have an hour talk? Well, guess what? Rehearse 1 hour, 7 times, 7 hours. Are you crazy? No, I'm not crazy. But I'm telling you this, if you're really serious about your message, if you really tell yourself or you tell your clients that your message is life-changing, then isn't worth rehearse the message, so when you actually speak and convert and you actually get a chance to transform people's lives. That's the idea. So do that, right? You outline your presentation, you gotta have a presentation structure, and you rehearse at least 7 times. I promise you, when you do that, you're gonna feel your message, you're gonna walk in the room, you're gonna own the room. It's gonna be a whole new experience presenting. And it's so liberating because you just know it, and then you can tell a story, and you're powerful, and you have a momentum. The audience feels so compelled to listen to you, to engage with you, and you're going to create a whole new experience to them and to yourself. And I promise you that your conversion is going to go up. I promise, okay? So do that. Let me know. Now, if you want to learn more about how to use public speaking, presentations, influence to grow your business, just go to www.influenceology.com. Again, www.influenceology.com. If you're watching this video on YouTube, just subscribe to our channel so you don't miss our next video. I'll talk to you soon.